Several of you have asked me to do a makeup tutorial, and I'm going to do that for you today. Hi, my name's Eunice from Juice Life with Eunice, and I am 62 years old, and this is a face that's had no Botox, no fillers, no nothing, no laser, just me at almost 63. So let's get started. Show you what my little makeup setup looks like. I really like this because it's easy for me to take someplace and use it, but let me show you what it looks like. Hello, let's take a look at my makeup box. As you can see here, it has a mirror with lights that have different tones to them, which is really, really nice. If I need to go somewhere and do my makeup, I like bringing this because of this mirror. And then it has some wonderful storage here for my brushes, all my different eye and brushes that I use for some of the fine work, and then my larger brushes here that I use for my face. And it has some nice compartments because I like to be very organized. So for me, I like to keep my foundations and my primers in here. And then on the top here is what I showed you. It's the box that has my shadows and some of the contours that I use right here. And then here I have, now this comes with a makeup mirror, but I use one that's a little bit stronger. This is a 15x magnification, which I need because I'm blind at this age. And I have some tools over here that, you know, I would use for maybe separating eyelashes. This is that eyeshadow palette, my lip liners and the gloss here, and then my eye pencils and eyebrow pencils. This is a powder foundation that I sometimes just wear when I don't want to have a full face of foundation, and I'll use this brush with it. This is the mascara. And then this is a lipstick that I'm trying right now to see if I can use it without my lips peeling. And this is my little tool set here. This has a lot of different scissors and tweezers and things like that. I love this little set because it has a lot of those things and it keeps it nicely organized right in here. So this is my little makeup set that I have with me that I use for my everyday makeup. All set up right here, and this just closes up like this. And this shuts down here. And there she is. This is a makeup tutorial, so I've already washed my face and I've already done all of the other prepping that I do for the morning. And if you want to see a video on that, put a comment below and I will do a video on that. The first thing I start off with is a primer. I never used to believe in primers, but what I have found as I've gotten older is that because I have more fine lines and wrinkles in my face, and I just put it right here on my hand and kind of dot it on, I find that using a primer helps kind of fill in those smaller, finer wrinkles. So I get a little smoother look with my makeup. And so that's the first thing I put on. A lot of people will tell you that it will actually help keep your makeup on. I'm gonna call bull on that because oil's coming from underneath your skin. It will push out anything on top of your skin. So really for this is just to get my initial makeup to go on smoother. I use less makeup and it just gives me a little bit of a finer texture to my skin at almost 63. Now, once I have that on, I take a little bit more, just a small amount like that, and I mix it with my foundation. And this is the foundation that I'm using. Now, it's winter here. So in California, that doesn't mean we're drier. It means we're more moist in winter. So I'm not too worried about too much hydration, but because my, and I mix it, just those two like that, I just mix it right like this. And again, I dot it on my face, and I use my fingers a lot because, you know, God gave us the best tools, I think, you know, for us. And I just need enough here to give me a little bit more of an even coverage on my skin. You can see I have dark spots and things like that on my skin. And I'm doing this without any glasses on. So I'm hoping I get this nicely put on for you here. And so I just kind of use my hands to get that pushed in. I don't use any concealer on my face. I just go ahead and use a little bit of foundation just to get me, sorry, I'm using my phone and somebody was trying to call me. I don't use any concealer on my face. I find that for me, I'm not trying to have a heavy makeup look. I'm just trying to kind of even out my skin tone and be able to get about my day. I'm not going to the Oscars or something like that. So again, this is just kind of to even this out just a little bit. And if I am going to use a heavier amount of foundation, I will use a brush like this that will help blend it because it's a little bit thicker if I don't cut it with the actual primer. So that's one thing I do is just cut my foundation with primer and it just goes on really, really smoothly. The next thing I do is I want to add some contour and color to my face, and this is my favorite palette right here. It's by Tarte. It has everything on this right here. You can see I've been using it for a while. And I just take this brush right here, which is just kind of this medium brush. And this is gonna look really simple, but it is. And I kind of just go like this. Tap it off and give myself just a little bit of color up along my cheekbones. Again, I'm trying to look at the phone and look at the mirror at the same time. And then I will take this and kind of go up along my forehead here and even into my eyes, like this. There's just enough left on it to give me a little bit of color here. Now I'm gonna take this like darker shade and I'm just gonna tap on it, and I have a little bit of a double chin. So I'm gonna go in here along my jawline and give myself a little bit more of a jaw. So you can see that kind of camouflages a little bit of this little jaw that I have here. I know I can try to get that a little bit slimmer. I need to lose a little bit of weight that I've gained over the holidays and stuff like that. Now, I like to do minor contouring. I don't do the whole, let me add highlights in this. Again, I'm not trying to look perfect. I'm just trying to enhance what I have. But I do like to contour my nose a little bit because I have this tiny little Asian nose. And I'm just gonna take this little brown and I go right along here like that. I make a line and right along here. You can see it's a pretty dark line here now. And I go up toward my eyebrows to give a little bit more of a and I pull it down along my nose. And I'm sorry if you hear some construction noise. I have a neighbor who's doing some construction, so we might hear a little bit of construction noise. And that just gives me a subtle, longer line to my nose that just makes my nose a little more of a nose for me. And then I'm gonna take this really light eyeshadow part right here. The tip of my finger, I just touch the end of my nose in the middle and I kind of just do this, wipe it down, and it just gives me a little highlight on the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna take that same color, that light color, and I touch it to the middle of my eyes, just like this. And then I'm gonna take a little blender brush. I think some people say it's a concealer brush, but a brush is, to me, a brush, and I kind of blend it in. Sometimes I use my fingers, but I think sometimes a brush gives it a little bit better blend in my eye, right here. Now I'm gonna take another brush that's kind of a fluffier brush, and I'm gonna take a darker color, and I'm gonna use this one right here, this color. And I'm gonna go up along my eyes here, just to give a little bit more crease in my half Asian eyes. So I'm half Asian, half European. And I find that this gives me a little bit more depth in my eye. I don't take much, you know, I'm just trying to, again, enhance, not go too dark or anything like that. And that's what I'm gonna do for the actual eyelid right there. The next thing I do is I use a brow pencil to go ahead and start to create a little bit of a brow. A story about me was I have an autoimmune disease, and many years ago I lost almost all my eyebrows and part of my eyelashes and part of my hairline. And it did come back eventually, but it didn't come back evenly. And like you can look now, one side's a little bit darker than the other. So I like to fill in here and just try to I'm not trying to draw lines at all. I'm trying to just give it a little bit of, I would say shadow, as if I had more brows. Not, you know, my eyebrows, there's a lot of space in between them because of them falling out. So if you look closely here, there's some space and stuff in between. Plus, I'm a child of the 70s of plucking your eyebrows a lot, really, really thin. And because of that, a lot of them just didn't come back. So I just do a little bit of fill. It's just light, light, light. I'm barely really putting any pressure on that at all. And I have one eyebrow, it's a little higher. I think all of us have something that's like a little bit different, and I just try to even that out the best I can. I'm using the IT Cosmetics brow pencil, and it has this little stick on the end to help lift your brow hairs, but mine just kind of stay in the same place. They don't really go anywhere, but that's it for my brows. Now, if I'm gonna just be out and about, kind of not doing much, I might just throw a coat of mascara on at this point. But if I'm gonna do a liner, this is my liner. This is by Stila, and it's a very fine lined, you can see that, it's really fine liquid liner, and it does stay on all day. It's a really good liner, and I only line the top of my lashes, and I'm just gonna do a part. So I'm trying to do this so that you can see and I can see at the same time, but it's very difficult because I don't have anything on here. If you look at that, it's just on this part above my lash heading up, and then part of the way along my eye. I don't align my whole eye. Let's try this side. This is gonna be difficult trying to do this and letting you see how I do it. And I have one eye that actually kind of takes eyeliner a little bit better than the other. And I don't know if it's because of the hand that I'm right-handed and I tend to do it that way, but I just want enough that I can actually put a little on my lash line and have a little bit more, looks like thickness to the base of my lashes, because I don't have many lashes. I have the very short, straight Asian lashes. And by the way, I do not curl my eyelashes. I have tried every single eye curler, heated or not, it doesn't work. I try holding it hard, I try holding it long, it ends up bending them, and then they look weird, and then it just falls out. So I've just kind of given up on all of that. I don't do that anymore. All right, now I have my eyes lined and my brows and everything done. I want to soften that a little bit. I don't like having that real harsh line on my eyes. So I have a couple things that I use here. One is that palette I just showed you, but I also have this palette, which I really like. This is, I don't have my glass. Oh, this is also by Tarte, and it has a lot of nice neutral colors in it. And I like this really kind of dark one here. And I'm going to take a very fine line brush. It's very fine. And I just dab it lightly. And I'm just going to kind of go over that line so that it just kind of, sorry, a little loud there. Going to go over that line now and soften that up just a little bit. And I kind of take it just a little bit above the line there, you can see, and kind of blending it in. And then I take the wider part of the brush now and I kind of sweep it. And you can see now it's taken that black harsh eyeliner and kind of softened it out just a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Give it a little tap. Sometimes I end up with some stuff on my eye here. So I take the thin part and kind of go over that black line, and then take the wider part and kind of brush it out. So again, it's kind of softening that line. Now I'm going to take the next color, which is just a little bit lighter. It's going to be this one right here. And I'm going to go underneath my eye. And the reason why is I'm not going to put deep eyeliner on my eyes underneath. I don't like that look for me. And go over this. Now, as you can see, this gives me a little definition without a harsh line. I think as I've gotten older, harsh lines just make me look really, what's the word? Harsh, I guess is the word. And I'm trying to soften things as I get older. And so that's what I've done. Now, I generally just leave it as that. I won't put anything else for my eyes except for mascara. And the mascara that I'm using today it's called Mile High Club. And I've been using this. I like it because two reasons why I like this is it's in this like tube. So when it starts to get low, I can kind of do this, which is where it's at right now. It's really low, and kind of get in here with the brush and then pull it out to get the mascara out. So you'll see here, this brush doesn't have long little parts of the brush on here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep on. I do the bottoms first, really lightly, just really lightly on the bottom. I don't want to get a bunch of clumping. And then I go over the top really quick. I kind of just blink through it because, again, I have very short lashes and I don't have a lot of lashes. Like I said, they fell out, and if you look closely at my bottom lashes, some of them didn't all come back in. And kind of separate as I go like that. And then once it looks kind of good, like pretty good, where I'm like, oh, there's some on there, I kind of leave it and go to the other side. And I'm almost running out of this mascara. I've got to get some more. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side here, just going on the bottom parts of my lashes first. Kind of blinking through it. And then on the top like that. Now this eye, for some reason, the mascara always takes really well. It takes mascara really well. It almost looks like I have two coats on this eye and one coat on this eye, because I don't know if it's because I do that eye second. I'm not sure what it is. I do one hand right hand and one left handed. I'm not sure what it is, but it tends to take mascara a little bit better. And this eye I'm going to go back over just to give it one extra little coat and kind of even it out so that my eyelashes look a little bit more even. There we go. And here's what I do. I take my mirror and I look like this at my eyelashes to see if they're kind of even coated, because like I said, one eye takes it better than the other. And I kind of just leave it at one coat for my everyday. I don't do that. And I don't do anything on my bottom lashes unless I'm kind of going to be going out or something like that. You know what I really should have done before I did this was pluck my eyebrows and everything, and I didn't do that. So I'm kind of just doing this on a whim because I'm getting ready to go out, and I thought, oh, I'll just go ahead and make a quick video on this. I don't use any lipstick on my lips. I have some sort of condition, I don't know what it is, that every single time that I use lipstick, I end up with really, like within hours, my lips get really chapped to the point where the skin is peeling off and they're bleeding. However, I can use a lip liner like this. I have experimented with a few. This one is by Ulta. This is an Ulta Beauty lip liner. And I'll be honest, I just have one. I don't have a lot of different colors of stuff. Once I find a color, I just kind of stick to it. And if I'm going to wear lip color, lightly line and then gently pull it up into my lip. And same here. I don't like a harsh line. I think it looks kind of weird. And I just pull it down. All right. You can see I have a little bit more right there, and that's okay. That's just my liner. All right, now I have that done, and you can see it's not perfect, but that's okay. Now, sometimes I use this. This is by Sephora. It's like a lip stain, as you can see here. and it's kind of a rosy color. And you can see I use a lot of fingers and things like that to give me color. Now this kind of dries on your lips, and that color stays for a long time if you let it dry like that. And I can just go out like this, but if I want a little bit more moisture on my lips, then I'm going to put on a gloss. This is Tower 28. I think I got this last year at Sephora. I'm not sure, but I like the color. And I like that it gives a little bit more of a dark color to my lips. Now, that is pretty much it. I just have, like I said, light base, some color and contour, and I'm ready to head out. So that's kind of like if I'm going to be going out for the day, maybe doing some shopping and meeting friends or whatever, that's what I do. I have a completely different makeup routine if I'm going to be going out for the evening, which just involves a little bit more, you know, contouring and eye makeup and things like that. So if you want me to do a video on what I do when I'm going to be kind of going out for something special, leave me a comment and I will do a video on that as well. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button because I put a video out just about every week. Until the next time, remember to juice life, drink the joy, keep life simple. Try a little minimalist makeup when you're going out for your daily routine. I'll see you guys in the next video.